Winchesters always have each other's backs. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Sam and Dean moments on Supernatural.
A little six string on my back. I pay for keeps. Come on. So I might not make it back.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the best moments between Sam and Dean Winchester on the TV show Supernatural. We'll be choosing them based on emotional impact and plot importance. As much as we'd love to choose some of their funnier moments, we think those might deserve a list of their own.
Look at his face.
Number 10, drop the act. When Dean makes a deal with a demon, it means the older Winchester has a ticking clock when it comes to when he's sent to hell. Although Dean tries to conceal his mounting fear at the prospect, his brother knows him better than anyone else. While they go after vampire hunter turned vampire Gordon, Sam confronts him about it.
Sam?
Dude, drop the attitude, Dean.
He tells Dean that he can tell he's scared, since he's watched and admired him their whole lives, and that Dean doesn't have to hide his fear.
You're scared, Dean. You're scared because your year is running out and you're still going to hell and you're freaked.
And while he doesn't say it outright, there's also the unspoken implication that Sam wants Dean to spend what time he has left honestly. Number 9, dispelling Hal Lucifer. Despite our previous entry, Sam also has trouble admitting to his brother when he has a problem.
How are you doing? And do not say okay.
I'm not okay.
You think?
His time spent in Lucifer's cage has traumatized him to the point where he begins hallucinating, mostly seeing Lucifer himself. These waking dreams prove so confusing that Sam nearly kills Dean after he runs off. With Sam unsure if he really escaped the cage or not, Dean uses the pain of an injury to Sam's hand,
Look.
as well as pleased that his brother trusts him, if nothing else, in order to get through to his younger brother.
We got you out, Sammy.
Sammy, I'm the only one who can.
Believe in that.
The scene is a fine example of the trust between the two Winchesters. Number 8, Dean cries over dead Sam. While death becomes a bit of a revolving door for the Winchesters in later seasons, it's still a big deal early on. So when Sam is killed, Dean is distraught. While grieving over Sam's body, Dean delivers a monologue recalling their youth and his role as Sam's protector. He goes on to lament that he failed in that job and in protecting their father.
Dad didn't even have to tell me. This is always my responsibility, you know? It's like I had one job. And I screwed it up.
Dean's raw emotion as he repeatedly asks what he's supposed to do now is heartbreaking.
What am I supposed to do? Save me.
Everything about the scene, from its simple but effective camera work to Jensen Ackles' powerful acting, makes this a very memorable moment. Number 7, I Believe in Us. After reviving their friend and prophet Donatello from a vegetative state, Sam confronts Dean about Dean's own plans to trap himself and the villainous angel Michael in a box forever. Sam berates Dean for apparently giving up on finding another way to defeat Michael.
When you tell me I have to kill you.
Citing that fighting against the odds and saving the world are what they do, even punching Dean for apparently not believing in them anymore.
I believe in us, Dean.
After hugging it out, Dean retorts that he does believe in them, but that if the worst should happen, he wants Sam to lock him away if there's no better option.
But when that day comes, if that day comes,
Calling on their long history and touching on their ethos, this is a great Sam and Dean moment. Number 6, Dean's Hell Confession. After Alistair, a demon the Winchesters tortured, reveals he knew Dean during his time in hell, Dean realizes that Sam must be curious about their connection.
Dean. I am so disappointed. You had such promise.
Sam doesn't pry, but during another of their Impala conversations, Dean ultimately confesses that Alistair tortured Dean decades in Hell's faster-moving time. Hell's grand torturer also offered to stop torturing Dean if he would torture other damned souls. Although Dean held out for 30 years, he spent another 10 years doing just that.
For 30 years, I told.
But then I couldn't do it anymore, Sammy. I couldn't.
This moment is another acting tour de force from Jensen Ackles, and his raw, uncomfortable description of Dean's experiences is utterly gripping. Number 5, Proud of Us.
I gotta say something. What? I'm proud of us.
In order to defeat angel-turned-wannabe god Metatron, Dean uses the corrupting power of the Mark of Cain and the First Blade against the unassuming heavenly scribe. However, even their strength isn't enough to give Dean the edge, giving Metatron time to stab Dean just as Sam arrives to help. While Metatron is whisked away and depowered by other forces, Sam is left trying to save his brother, despite his grievous wounds. Knowing his time is up, Dean tells Sam that he'd rather die, fearing the influence the Mark is having on him, and telling Sam with his last breath that he's proud of what they've done.
The Mark, it's making me into something I don't want to be.
While there are a lot of Winchester death scenes, this one may be the most affecting. Number 4, Sam finding out about Dean's deal. Following Sam's first death, which we discussed earlier, Dean makes a deal with a demon where he sells his soul in exchange for Sam's resurrection. Once the excitement of the episode dies down, Sam confronts Dean about his deal, having worked out that he was really dead and not injured. Although Dean defends his choice, telling Sam that it's his job to save his little brother,
I had to.
Sam replies that it's his job to save Dean, and that he won't stop until he's found a way to prevent Dean from being sent to hell.
Guess I gotta save your ass for a change.
While Sam is ultimately unsuccessful, it's still a wonderful moment between the two. Number 3, Dead or Alive. As Dean's deal reaches its final day before collection, the Winchesters are beginning to run out of options to save his life. Although Sam tries to have a heart-to-heart with Dean while they're driving, Dean rejects the idea,
This doesn't go the way we want, I want you to know.
instead opting to put on Bon Jovi's Wanted Dead or Alive, which the brothers then proceed to sing along with.
This is and I rock them all. 'Cause I'm a cowboy. On the steel horse I ride.
Even though they're totally off-key. Besides being a fun bonding moment between Sam and Dean, it's clear as it goes on that the lyrics begin to get to Dean. Dead or alive indeed. Number 2, Dean chooses Sam over closing Hell's gates. Season 8 follows the brothers as they try to close the gates of Hell by completing a series of trials. Specifically, Sam is the one who completes them. However, after Dean learns that the person who's doing them dies upon finishing them,
If Sam completes those trials,
he rushes to stop Sam from doing so. Sam is reluctant, believing that giving up the trial now would mean letting Dean down again, forcing him to turn to someone else instead of him.
You want to know what I confessed in there?
But because of their brotherly bond, Dean tells him he's wrong, and that Sam will always come first.
I killed Biddy to save you.
It's an incomparable moment that few can rival, except perhaps our number 1. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
You're right, Sammy. Out on the road. Just the two of us. The two of us against the world.
What she said.
thank you, Sam. I love it.
I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna take care of you. I got you. It's my job, right? Watch after my pain in the ass little brother. Forgive me.
What are you doing?
Leaving our mark.
Number 1, Dean takes a beating from Lucifer. During Supernatural's apocalypses, Lucifer and Michael, while possessing Sam and his and Dean's half-brother Adam respectively, are fated to fight and bring about the end of the world. Dean, with characteristic bluster, arrives to talk to Sam, wanting to let his brother know that he's still there for him, even at the end of the world. Although the devil literally beats Dean using his own brother's fists, Dean refuses to back down.
Sam, it's okay. It's okay. I'm here. I'm here.
It's this devotion that allows Sam to reassert control of his body, imprison the archangels, and save the world.
It's okay, Dean.
gonna be okay.
If there's one moment that epitomizes the bond between the Winchesters, this is it. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.